Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel, the main event here. Today we're going to be doing another one of our how-to videos. If you've seen them in the past, you know how these go. I compare the new mon to the previous version of it. Then I go into a couple of tests that I deem kind of standard, maybe something a little bit more less than standard. And then we go into like a couple funny things at the end. So if you like these kind of videos, let me know by hitting like on the video and answering the comment question of the day. Which Pokemon is better, Scyther or Kleavor in your opinion? But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So let's talk about Kleavor. Kleavor is a bug rock type evolution of Scyther from the Hisuin region. We're going to look at its stats compared to Scyther right here. So as you can see, they both have the same HP stat. Kleavor is a little bit stronger at base 135, which does make a difference. Also ignore this. I'm not sure why Showdown likes to set the IVs to 30 to 0, I mean. The defenses are a little bit lower overall on Kleavor, so it's 95 instead of 100 like Scyther. Special defense is 70 instead of 80 like Scyther. And as you can see, the speed, however, is much faster, right? But Scyther kind of makes up for the speed with the priority. So two different mons. I think Bug Rock is maybe a little bit better at typing, because you're not 4 times weak to fire. You actually have a positive matchup with the fire because it's neutral to you. And you can hit it back super effective, whereas Scyther just kind of just doesn't do anything in the world to fire types. So it's kind of a thing, because Steel is also a little bit better offensively probably. But let's go ahead and get into the first set. So the first set that I came up with was very standard, right? Very standard, something I think you're going to see often. A very like max HP, adamant max attack set kind of thing. Not a lot of speed investment, because a lot of the mons, the reason I thought this might be a thing is because you look at mons like Caliber, and a lot of mons in that 85 speed range, with the exception of like what's it called, Great Tusk, they don't run a lot of speed. So you could add some speed to this. Like I want to keep it simple for like the newer players as well. You could add some speed to this if you want like speed creep stuff, but for the most part, a lot of people probably run max bulk, max attack. I think Clarion is a good item for it, because it, even though it's has the rock typing, so it's not gonna like auto lose to like Arcanine. Arcanine can give it a little bit of a hard time if you get the Intimidate off, and if you burn it, right? So I think Terrify is a good type for this, to avoid those burns, Claim It to avoid those stat drops. And then like Stone Axe is boosted by Sharpness. I should have went over that in the beginning. This thing's ability is Sharpness, Sheer Force, and Swarm. I don't think there's ever a reason to use Sheer Force because it's a 1.3 boost, but the moves that it gets that it would get secondary effects on would be boosted by Sharpness anyway, which are 1.5. So I don't think there's ever a reason to run Sheer Force unless I'm mistaken. But Stone Axe does get boosted by Sharpness, so it's about 97 base power with the Sharpness boost, and sets Stealth Rocks. X Scissor has no boost, but it's base 80, gets the 1.5 times boost, so it's like a base 120 move, so it's really strong. I think Swords Dance is good for this. Depending on what the team needs, you could run close combat. Because if you feel like the team struggles with hitting steel types, I think this is a good place to go, because X Scissor and Stone Axe don't hit steel types at all, so close combat is good. But if you want some extra offense, Sword Dance is really good as well. And again, you could change the spread a little bit if you want to your liking, if you're a little bit more of an advanced player. The next set is an AV set. So this one, the spread's a little bit different, right? And I'll tell you why. The Assault Vest is going to be a really good item on this thing, because it's 95 is not bad defense. 70 HP could be high, but if you max it out, it's a good stat, right? Just kind of like how Amoonguss is not like base 120 HP or anything, right? But you max it out, you get a lot of points. I think with the 196 adamant, you get to the attack bump, right? What an attack bump is if you look at here, when I move it down, it's 196. When I move it up, it's 198. But if you look at any of the other numbers, it goes by 1, right? 89, 90, 91. But right there, it goes by 2. So that's called a stat bump. And the stat that you are increasing with the nature can get a bump, and I think hitting the bump is perfectly fine for this, and then putting the rest in your special defense, kind of like what King Gambit likes to do sometimes. That this special defense plus your Assault Vest will also allow you to take more hits overall, get more attacks off. Exorcism and Stone Axe are going to be pretty standard here. Close combat is going to be here as well. The fourth slot, you have options, right? U-turn is the one I picked because I think pivoting is going to be really important. But there are other ones. The other one I think I had, let me see, was Pounce. Pounce was the other option. So you can lower target speed if you want like a little extra speed control and stuff. You can go with Pounce. And if you want to like increase your own speed by 1, you go with Trailblaze. Trailblaze is another option that is it's pretty good. So I think that's something you can go with. So these are two of the more standard sets I think you'll see. Two sets that I think will work for just about anyone who's trying to play the game. So next up, I have something a little bit more out there, I would say. Not even out there, right? Because it's still pretty standard in my opinion, but like it's not as standard as the first two. So this is gonna be a Tailwind set. So this one is going to have a Jolly nature at 172 speed. So the reason it's this, because at 172 Jolly, if you get your Tailwind up, you can outspeed Regieleki by 1 point. So if you wanted to, right, you could also like lower some of the attack and maybe go up another little bit in speed if you, because other things might also try to speed creep Aleki at 1 point. So you're gonna find yourself a lot of speed ties in that way. So if you want to speed creep the speed creeps, you can add some more. But just to keep it simple for now, 172 Jolly will let you outspeed Aleki if you get Tailwind up. So the rest will then go into your attack, especially because you're now Jolly and not Adamant, so you're losing a lot of your damage. Even though Sharpness gives you a really big boost, but I think it's a good thing to have here. You put 76 in your HP because you get like an odd number, so 50% moves don't ever do exactly 50% to you. They do 49% ish, right? Because if you're 100. It would bring it down to 50, but if you're at 101, it would bring it down to 51 because Pokemon rounds down. So it would bring you down to that. You take the last 4, put in your defenses. With this set, I think Terra Bug or Rock is probably better because you're not getting the Adamant nature boost. I think an offensive Terra after you get your Tailwind up is going to be nice, especially if you deal with like an Intimidate without having to clear Amulet from the other sets. So I think that is something that is going to be really good. I think Lumberry is also good because now you don't have to Terra Fire, so you're kind of risking getting burned. Or if you're setting up your Tailwind, you might get risk getting put to sleep. So you want to set up your Tailwind and then be able to move after, right? You still want to be able to get an attack off. So the little bit of bulk helps that. The Lumberry helps that. And also, disclaimer, all these sets will be supported by another Pokemon, right? So you can like pair this thing with like a Tinglu if you want to help mitigate some more of the special defense. You can. I'm going to try it out with Tyranitar for the Rock boost, Rock special defense boost. Some things you could change about this set too. And I'll show you. I actually have this in later sets as well. But you could also, like, if you don't want to use Stone Axe, you actually no, let's save that for the next set. So we're gonna move on to the next set because I think you're gonna go fast and strong with this. Okay, so here we go. This set, I stole some of these ideas from Moxie. So Moxie, if you're watching this, I'm crediting you. I definitely stole the metronome idea from you. So the metronome Fury Cutter thing, right, with Terra Bug. Fury Cutter power doubles with each hit up to base 160, right? So it has 95% accuracy, so it can miss. So it's base 40. But it's also Sharpness boosted and Stab, right? So Sharpness boosted to 1.5 makes it 60, Stab is another 1.5. Makes it base 90. So it starts at base 90 before anything, right? So you hit it once, you do base 90. If you were to hit it again, it would double to base 180. But the metronome also increases the damage when you use a move more than once in a row. So I'm not sure what the exact boost is, but like it's over 180 at that point, right? Because 180 is on the second time you use it because of all the multipliers, and it's not even counting for Terra Bug. And then the metronome increases that high, so you can actually do a ton of damage with this set. I don't think it's gonna be consistent because your moves can miss, because Fury Cutter can mix, which is why they say doubles with each hit. But yeah, it's actually very, very stupid how much damage it does. Moxie put a video on his Twitter page of how much damage it can do, and it's actually insane. It was one-shotting resist. So the reason I have Rock Slide on this set and not Stone Axe is because Rock Slide double targets, right? It's base 75, but with the metronome, if you keep clicking Rock Slide, it'll increase, and then you have your stab boost. Rock Slide, while it can miss, it gives you 2 chances to hit the opponent, right? Because it's double targeting. So even if you miss one and hit the other, that's a successful hit. So like, actually no, I take that back because metronome doesn't even work that way, right? I just think you need to use it over and over. But still, I think boosting your Rock Slides and getting a chance to hit both opponents with boosted attacks after every turn is actually really, really good. And you could also like switch it from Rock Slide to like Rock Blast if you want to like be a super troll. I do have a trolley set coming up too, because we gotta have a little fun. So you can go to like Rock Blast and then like try to get more hits over and over that way. But yeah, I think you could do that, or you could just like go to Stone Axe and just be regular and just keep using Stone Axe, and then getting boosted Stone Axe damage is still going to be great also. If you do like close combat, you get a boost to close combat again the next turn if you were facing like Dark and Steel types. So I think that's like an option for you. You know what, also, like if you wanted to on this set, let's say you didn't want to use Stone Axe and you wanted to use like Rock Slide, and you wanted to forego the flinch, you could go with sheer force, right? And you could forego the flinch chance for increased damage. That is the one time where you could use sheer force. So I think that's actually something you can do. It's a choice up to you. The spread for this, I think, is just go really fast, and just get all your attack out. But just going as fast as you can and try to get as much hits down as possible. So that's what I think would be something that you can do for a set like this. This one is an absolute troll. This is an absolute troll set. This is complete scum. This is like, if you make content and want to do something funny, or you just want to do something funny to people on ladder, this is what you want to go for. So it's double team agility, baton pass, rock slide. So the two options you have with this, right? You get up double team so they can't hit you, right? Try to get some double teams off. Maybe you have a redirector like a Moongus in the field or something, right? To try to get more double teams up or something that can, and then you can pollen puff yourself with a Moongus, so you get your double teams up. Let's say you get up your agilities, so now you're fast, right? One agility is all you need, because that's where we go back to the 172 spread. Now with one agility, you're still outspeeding Regieleki. So now when you have your double teams or your agility, you have two options. You can baton pass it to a partner and let them have the stat boost, or you can click rock slide. You can click rock slide. The reason you click rock slide with this set is because they have King's Rock. So now your opponent is going to have a hard time hitting you. They're going to have a hard time going before you. And that's only if they can move, because you're clicking rock slide with a flinch chance. I take that back. I feel like King's Rock doesn't work on stuff that already has a flinch. So I think something that would be better for this is something like a citrus berry, just to keep your health up. Or like a clear amulet or a covert cloak, so you don't lose your speed. Or your so you don't lose your speed. Because I always forget that mechanic, that King's Rock doesn't work with stuff that already flinches. Yeah, so I think that's an option there. So yeah, you get your agilities up, you get your double teams up. They can't hit you, you're going first, you can throw it out. Also, right, I think you can get as many rock slide flinches as you can. And then if you're about to like go down, then you just baton pass out and give your boost to somebody stronger and just like save the boost. So let me know what you guys think is like the coolest set here, which one you are most excited to try. Oh, I guess I'll make one up for you guys on the fly, because I didn't think about this as well, but like you can do like rock blast loaded dice if you wanted to. I don't see why you would ever do this, because I think Stone Axe is just generally stronger. Yeah, because this is like what, 25. If you get 4 hits, that's like base 100. If you get 5, it's base 125. Stone Axe is base like 97 with the boost. So maybe something like this, you could, if you wanted more consistent damage, I guess you could do something like this. But again, it's up to you. But yeah, you could do like rock blast loaded dice, whatever. But yeah, anyhow, let me know what you guys think is the coolest set here. Which one you might try yourself, which one you are most excited to try. If you think Scyther or Kleavor is like generally better. I guess the vertical will be out because Cleaver hasn't gotten a chance to be used yet. But I think it'll be a decent mod. I think it'll be a good mod. I don't think it'll be a great mod. It won't be like topping the usage charts all over the place. Same as Scyther, but I think it'll have its use cases, and hopefully you guys can use it and have some fun. So if you learned something today, leave a like on the video. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Hit notifications so you don't miss any more of the videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.